Hello, everybody. We are here with our second week of NACE game. Today, Shawnee State is going to be playing University of North Carolina, Greensboro, and I believe they are overall just a better team than last week. They have, I think, a one SSL and two Grand Champs. I think one's like a GC1, one's a GC3, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to be able to see a lot more of what our team's capable of. You know, not just playing against a team that's multiple ranks below them. But what are your thoughts?
Well, I believe this is going to be much closer purely because, that discrepancy in rank, right?
Yeah.
And there's also a familiar name, at least for me, somewhat Gray. That's that's a play that sounds familiar. I don't know if it's the
I
the,
don't
the
I don't
Gray
think
I'm
that's the
thinking
same
of.
team because
Um,
they're scrimmaging right now against Grand Valley. That's from Grand Valley.
oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Okay.
UNC, the team they're about to play in NACE, is not. They're not playing them right now. So I'm not sure if you know any of the names. You know, because obviously new season, so they might have new
Yeah, new
drafts, new
players,
players,
new
just like us. You
pickups.
know, so um, won't really be able to tell what the team is till we get in. I just heard them talking about the ranks. But this is gonna be interesting because first week after the game they were talking about it. It's like even though they're playing a team that's a couple of ranks below them, uh, they kind of surprised them at least in the second game where it was just like they're doing so many things that they were expecting something to happen because when you play at that level, it's like you're expecting them to go for a touch or hit this consistently. But when you're playing against a team that's low grand champ, high champ, it's like
And the dilemma behind that, like as far as I've seen and as far as I've gotten to in a lot of games competitively, is you reach a certain point where your skill is phenomenal, right? And the only thing that makes you better is one refining that skill just a bit more,
mhm,
and being consistent with that skill, right?
true,
Once you hit SSL, you're consistent as a GC3, right?
right,
You've probably learned everything you need to learn in
mhm,
GC3, right?
right,
Then when you're SSL for a while and you're like bubble
that
player.
jump from GC3 to SSL,
Yeah,
like you have to learn a lot of things.
yeah,
That's yeah.
yeah. And you know you're sitting there and you're like a bubble player or you're trying to become pro, right?
Hmm.
There's more things you learn then, and the pros are just so consistent and they know how to keep a hold of the ball so very well. SSLs are like lost, right? You've
Yeah.
seen I'm sure you've seen some clips of like pros like 13, 14, 15 goals up on
Hmm.
a SSL team. It's like, wow, SSLs is the best of the best.
Yeah.
They are, but the pros do
Or
what they do times
they get
10.
paid to
Yeah, they
really
get paid to
literally
do that.
yeah.
So,
It's like like you can play golf all your life and it's like you can get really good at it, but
you
guess
get
what?
really
Somebody
good.
who gets paid to play golf is just gonna be there's a
Yeah.
reason they're professionals.
They're going to have more time to put in. They're going to have more passion,
But talking
etc.
about pros and consistency, this weekend, watching the Worlds, um, yeah, I know, cause we were heavy G2 supporter around here, and talking about consistency, you really do not see that often unless it's game six, 2-2, 10 seconds
2-2,
remaining,
10 seconds
and
remaining.
you get a ghost touch and flip the wrong way, unfortunately. But how are you feeling after that, man? Just the upset of BDS winning over G2 over the weekend.
Well, I think BDS played great. I think my issue was their play style wasn't super crazy, but um, before I talk about that, we do have merch available still in the Bears store till September 20th.
If you're a fan and have supported Shawnee throughout, the years, we have merchandise now. So
Yeah, we
make
still
sure to make sure to visit the link and maybe show us some more support.
yeah, still got ourselves, the hoodies, still got the was it the V-necks? What was it?
Oh yeah, the V-necks.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the V-necks.
Yeah, some shirts. Got that. It's the SSU athletic shirts we have, but it's like
Mhm.
a nice calmer blue sort
Yeah.
of thing.
So if you're a supporter, make sure to at least check it out or you know share with people. But back to the world's conversation.
Yes. I believe BDS did play in world caliber,
Hmm.
that you have to get to there anyways. It's not like you can just have like a Mickey run. They did have one before,
Hmm.
but
Not this time
not this
with
time.
Raleigh and
They played great.
and we saw the first game of the series. Atomic was feeling it. Like
Yeah,
he
a little
was,
little 7-0,
yeah, a
six
little
0.
little bit of a wipe against one of the best teams in France or in Europe or in the world now. Or even before. But
Where does that go?
I I
Like
think I think you just get so much pressure, and it's like you're up 2-1, and it's like you get swept 3 games in a row. Like,
like what does your coach tell you when you're
what
down
can your
six
coach tell
zero
you?
in like 30 seconds to a minute before the
Yeah.
match happens?
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, so this and that, and then you win the next game
Yeah.
after getting swamped.
In overtime too. Exotic just sneaks in a goal 9 seconds in overtime in the second game. But then the third game came around, and I believe G2 took it back. Took that game, right?
Yeah.
It went to
Uh,
2-1.
they went like game for game until
Yeah, and
game
then
5.
yeah, and 6 and 4.
But I I just expected Atomic really wanted his revenge. I thought his revenge would be more fulfilling than BDS winning their, second, grand championship win, right?
No, for sure.
Second
But I
LCS
think I
title.
think that's what happened. Atomic really wanted it, and he was working towards, and that little bit of a misinput, that small misinput, cost them Game 6 and the series.
And yeah, it's even before that, which is really unfortunate. Like he starts losing it all, Like I believe at the 42nd timer around there,
Hmm.
like a minute. This is a whole different game of Rocket League that Atomic is playing. Like he's throwing the ball away.
Hmm.
He's doing some stuff I would do. And that's
Yeah,
bad, kind
yeah,
of, because I'm not the best player to be fair. But
yeah.
it's
Not keeping possession, just throwing the ball away. Yeah.
and in that time, you could see BDS grab that possession,
Mhm.
and then that was pressure for the next 40 seconds until
Yeah.
they got
After
scored on.
after game three, BDS took that timeout, and after that, they just came back with full swing. They were like, "Hey, dude, we're down a game. We're going into game four. don't really have much to lose, and they come out and they reverse blow them out. They go up like 6 goals. So
Monkey Moon's so weird, bro.
yeah,
I don't know how he's like. I don't know how he wins so much or what he's doing right. I'll have to analyze him more, but he just kind of wins. There's some
I
players
mean
like that for
he's
some
kind of
reason.
solidified as one of the goats now.
Yeah,
You
one of
know,
the
Monkey
goats.
Moon is
Definitely the
most
goat
definitely one of the
of
goats.
the new era.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The I think it's modern or something like that.
Mhm.
Of the old. Obviously, Turbo is 4 championships. Like
Yeah, you
you
can't really
can't you
debate
can't you can't
that.
do
You
that.
can't do
Yeah.
much about that.
Now, I mean, he's a coach, and well,
Hmm.
we got to see him get himself a title, under the coaching role. But
Yeah.
until then, yeah, I guess you got to solidify your status.
But yeah, you see a game like that, and it's like, yeah, these people are very consistent at what they do, but under pressure or sometimes just they just get caught out when they're not expecting it, and end up basically losing a World Series that they have been working for with new
Working
faces. You
really
know,
hard.
yeah, they had Daniel, they had beast mode, they were ready. You know, and they were showing out too. But at the end of the day, BDS takes it home.
Especially the work coming in from Beast Mode and Atomic. Like all season, you could see how much they wanted it, and that being thrown away with like
Yeah,
just the tiniest bit of slip ups. Because you're at Worlds, can't make any more mistakes. Sorry.
you're at Worlds in the grand finals on match point
On match point,
with 10 seconds left, tied up. Right, can't even fathom what that pressure feels like. Obviously, like you lost 2 years ago. You know, same to not the same team, obviously, but
yeah,
Monkey Moon was
Monkey
there.
Moon.
You
Yeah.
know, so it gets to you, man. I think that's what happened. But are we gonna see Atomic again? Do you think?
I think, yeah, no, Atomic. He's not retiring after that. He's a
Yeah.
world caliber player right
Hmm.
now, and obviously,
Has been and still is. Even after that, he still is one of the
because
best.
the thing is, like, it was either him or Beast Mode for MVP. Probably Beast Mode. Beast
Hmm.
Mode really turned up at Worlds,
Yeah,
to be
he
honest.
did.
Atomic all season though,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
he really was the anchor.
But like I see him, I see like probably higher pro org, maybe even picking him up. The only issue is, yeah, after that season, you want him on your team so he can win because he's the world caliber player right now.
Hmm.
Second place at Worlds with his team.
True.
But yeah, obviously he's getting dropped. But who wants that like that legacy behind that player, right?
Hmm.
Second place curse now. Two second places now in RLCS. He's so close to getting it, but he just falls
A
short.
lot of people don't view it that way. You know, it's just like they look at it. It's like, oh, he lost World CS.
That's-
It's
that's-
like he came second. You
yeah,
know, like in everything. If you look at it, he came second in a tournament with so many other pro teams, like
yeah,
the best of the best.
and you gotta think about it when you really look at RLCS and all sorts of other things. There's qualifiers.
Hmm.
There's qualifiers. There's thousands of teams that play. Just because you see all of those, top teams, everyone from K Corp to BDS, G2, all that. They have just solidified themselves to have that spot always in RLCS, right?
Yeah.
But there's hundreds of teams that other pro teams have to play anyways, and even those teams can give them some sort of trouble, right? Because you still
Hmm.
have so much games to play,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So, it's a lot of work, and even getting there, I'd be proud of myself. If I could
Hmm.
get in RLCS, bro. That's hard. Even if you're the worst of all the pros,
Hmm.
you're still a pro, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You're still a cut above
You still made it
so
there.
so
You
many
know.
players.
Yeah, like a whole base of a video game that's very popular, which is
Yeah,
really
what 300,000 people active most of the time. It's a
yeah,
lot.
a
Like,
lot of people.
yeah, yeah. After
A
the
lot of
placements, there's
people.
still like 400,000 people or something above me right now in twos, and I'm like, I did stuff wrong, but and these are some of the players that are above me in twos. Shawnee and Greensboro starting this match out.
Yep, we're gonna have a best of five here, and
Ooh, demo.
we're definitely gonna see a different Shawnee team today, just because the competition kind of demands it. But
Gonna have to put in quite a bit more work here. Big miss from Slayer there, but that will
ooh,
not go in because nobody on Greensboro is ready for that to spill out. Get to the wall though. B, Taco Stash gets demoed. But they're in a comfortable enough spot to just take this slow. And that's a bad catch. Getting a soft 50 out, too. Just going to get one Y. Just keep it safe. In the corner here, Duckworth is much closer than Fatu, so being able to push that forward. Taco Stash has time, but shot is a little too weak. Shawnee will try to keep this in.
All right, Taco Stash here, just kind of playing as second man. He's moving up, but
And yeah, Duck can be very comfortable on that ball because Love did not have any boost, and
I think Slayer up there just went for the fake there, which they were not expecting. Did not realize he didn't have a lot of boost, so they were anticipating that. And Ducky just comes in and kind of takes Fatu by surprise there. 1-0 after
I do
a
that
minute
fake all
and
the
20
time.
seconds. Yeah, intentionally. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, 1-0 right now for Shawnee.
Shawnee winning this kickoff, and Taco going for a little bit of a bump.
Ooh.
And I don't think he gets it,
I don't
but
think
I
he
believe
got the bump play, but yeah, I think he just got the right touch over here. Yeah.
yeah, I believe he just forced out that space. Yeah, he definitely
he
didn't
did.
get it.
He tried to force Love Sleepy kind of early off the ball because I think Love saw him right in front of his face. So even if he did fully commit, he would have probably gotten bumped.
And that's the bane of getting up early like that.
Yep. Ducky just getting a little flip reset off the backboard. Taco Stash doing a backflip to let Slayer go for the ball instead.
Oh, Duck gets the touch he desires.
Ooh, Slayer does get their back boost, but gets demoed. Sleepy here kind of just full forcing. Ooh, Taco Stash getting the crazy pass and the demo.
Yeah, I love little go-ahead plays like that right there. When you're rotating back, you just kind of put yourself in the way of the opponent.
Oh!
What a save!
Almost an own goal.
But
yeah, that was very intense. But Slayer and Shawnee just kind of constantly pressuring them into getting a 50 like that. That just pops up for Slayer.
Wait, and I was talking about Gray on accident.
That
guy's name is Gray for president.
I was just gonna say that Greensboro actually has a player named Gray for president. Now I'm not sure if that's a Gray fan who wants Gray to be president, or if he's Gray and he wants to be president. But either way, that's the third goal scored for Shawnee State here after 2.5 minutes, nearly 2.5 minutes played.
Oh, a little bit of a miss there from Slayer, but as you can see, Greensboro is just quite a bit jumbled here, giving Shawnee a lot of time, too much time on the ball. That's a play that should be able to get through.
Yes, Slayer, I believe that last play was just in their back line, getting their boost and just completely disrupting their back line, which kind of allowed for a shot to come in. But Slayer up for the ball, getting a nice little touch. Taco Stash redirecting it off the backboard, and Ducky just
shooting that to Gray.
Yeah, he reads the pass. Probably not what they were expecting here, but it bounces off of Gray and just skids in. Nearly 3 minutes played here in game one, and the scoreline is looking 4-0.
It's funny, too, because that double jump there, that actually puts that goal in. Real stuff, if he sits there and that bounces off the hood of his car, there's a good chance it bounces out.
Yeah, true. Especially when it's coming at you with that much speed. Ooh, Slayer here
Big bump.
Gets a good bump, but somehow Gray for President is able to recover, but Ducky said, no, that's going in the goal. And he just double taps it off the sidebar here.
Good cut to the side, too, being able to get it past every single Greensboro player.
Douglas out here really looking like he's ready to go tonight.
He got the chip, and he's Douglas?
Yeah.
Chip Douglas.
Chip Douglas.
That song is interesting, to say the least. But
it's actually based off of him, if you didn't know that. But
yeah.
But Greensboro actually picking up their first goal here, just off the wall. No man back. Ducky not able to get back fully fast enough. Yeah. And 3 minutes and 17 seconds played, and 5-1 scoreline for Shawnee.
Yeah, I believe Gray just going for a general touch.
Taco kind of faking him out almost, and then going for the bump play. Makes both of them jump. Ducky getting a nice little 50 here. He's also going to go for the demo. He gets the demo. But great for
I
President
touched two to
here.
keep it
Just
in.
passes it right out to Slayer, which I think in that position, I'm not really sure what else you could really do. Kind of
Oh, right
awkward,
here, he has to just catch that on his back wall
and then
and
take
grab a
it with him.
50. Yeah, grab a
Right.
50 in that
Instead
mid
of just
because
passing it out.
Fatu's still down. If
Mhm.
this 50's down, he gets himself a little empty jump. That's just gonna roll out. You can
Yeah,
at least read it. But
that's true. And if you go for the other 50%, which is just trying to hit the ball and contest it later, Slayer's just in position, and this is just the demo into the straight pass into Taco. Oh, the pinch off the wall, not quite what he was expecting, I think,
leaving it
but
after
it's
he
still
sees.
working out pretty well, getting quite a few 50s midair here.
But
Taco just takes the ball here. Oh, Ducky
oh,
almost dropping it down,
almost.
and Taco following it up, almost just teardropping it into the goal, but
And that was all
Greensboro
a
getting away with it.
yeah, and fantastic work. That was a small little that was a huge punish for such a small play. Love actually poured it out just a little bit too much.
Hmm.
And Shawnee was able to make that entire play, keep up the pressure, and get this 7th goal.
Yep, this is what they do. They get a shot or two, make it awkward, and then they just relentless attack, like we saw there. Like Ducky went for it, then Taco went for it, then Slayer went for it, and it's just like you can't really defend all of that at once, you know. Especially when you're on the back foot already. Sometimes you'll double commit or you won't commit at all, and it's just like you're sitting ducks. But the Brazil going on right now in game one.
Speaking of sitting
Ooh,
ducks, Duckworth with a huge dunk sitting in that midfield.
ooh, Fatu with a nice little touch though to get it out.
Slayer.
Taco Stash trying to pancake it or just drop it down for Slayer there, but Slayer was already up in the air, and nothing comes out of that play. But at this point, they honestly are just kind of keeping the ball on the other side so that the timer runs out. Uh, Ducky with a decent shot there after a really good pass from Slayer. Slayer going for it, gets a touch straight up to
Duckworth
Ducky
down
into
to
the middle.
Taco.
Taco Stash
One
waiting.
more?
Ooh,
No.
tries to
Get
get
your
the
shot though.
shot. Tries to get the shot into the goal, but not quite able to make it there. But they look pretty pleased with the first game going 7-1 here.
Vamos.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, here we see Spooky hyping up his teammate Duckworth, taking all the praise. He's typing something. I think he's not being toxic.
Being
He's
a courteous young man.
courteous sportsman, as they say. Uh, but game one here, going to Shawnee State University, we see Spooky just completely locked in. You know,
Flexing that bicep.
talking,
Look at that. That forearm. That forearm.
talking to his team, kind of discussing strats or what they could do better or what they did good. Because as the fourth man, you know, and he's also been a coach, so sitting there and just getting getting a view from outside, he's able to point stuff out that maybe the players didn't really pick up on during the game itself.
Yeah, because as we know already, Slayer is a very good coach for
Yeah.
an established org, but you can't really coach yourself mid
While you're
set,
playing,
right?
exactly.
No,
So
not
having
at all.
having another player who has also coached and has had experience with that does help, especially if he's right next to you. He can talk to you. He can suggest things.
It's all about that second set of eyes, and we will start on the next kickoff of the second game series.
Yep. Game two starting off here. Ducky with a
Ooh, little
nice
musty.
little musty.
Taco shooting
Ooh,
at top left.
Taco
Ooh.
with a boomer. That is clip that, you know.
Go with that chat.
Ducky with the ceiling reset into the that was filthy, and Taco just in the right position for an absolute screamer to the top left corner.
Using that pedal goal explosion. I've like never seen anyone at a high level use that. That's actually pretty cool.
Well, first time for everything, man. Taco Stash coming in, just passing it off to Ducky. I think Ducky was expecting a touch from Love there, and it did not come out. Slayer getting a crazy 50. The ball is bouncing with a lot of energy here. Taco Stash just
Getting himself a little flip reset.
Gets two flip resets. The second one he's not able to stay
Ooh.
with, but Great for President gets a nice little bump here.
No. Bad bump. Bad bump. That turns into a goal for Shawnee. He actually
Oh.
went up for the ball right next to his teammate.
I was spectating Ducky. Never mind. That's who it was. Yeah, I thought when I was watching Ducky, it was Great for President. But yeah, Great for President just commits to that, leaving his backside completely open. Pause. 2-0. 35 seconds played here in game one.
And
Ooh, almost.
slamming that.
Just a tad bit. Almost getting the save there. But great for President getting a nice little shot here. Taco Stash
Hey,
almost able to flip it out.
that is pretty hard to save. But great pass, nice shot. Thanks.
Okay. Bro started speaking in quick chat. But 4 minutes and 40 seconds, or 40 seconds played here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in game two here. 2-1. Demo's coming out here. Slayer's already up for it,
Yep.
getting a nice little
This
touchback. I think Ducky went up just so they think that he was gonna shoot a nice little fake. But
shot a little too low.
yeah.
Yeah,
Slayer
like
coming in here, getting a nice little pass. Ducky with the touch into the middle, and Taco just
clinical.
dunking it in. Right now, they are really flowing together, like like a lot of good teams at this level should. Where it's just you give them no time to really react. Where it's like one touch, two touch, third touch in the goal. So even if all three are up, they know for a fact that one of them is going to have a good shot or a good 50 to the point where they're not going to have to worry about getting back as quick.
And that whole play kind of just starting off of that demo Slayer got, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to get rid of that middle man, because the first man's already up, right?
Right.
Second man, gone. You got yourself one person back and a
Three
bunch of
people
worried
to shoot.
people.
Taco Stats getting a nice little 50 here just to drop the ball dead. Slayer gets a touch, but he gets bumped into a demo, which is kind of bad manner. But Taco Stash off the wall here backwards. He still is able to force and apply pressure even if he doesn't really even get
Big
a touch.
dunk.
Batu getting a nice touch just to relieve some pressure for a second. Ducky with a nice little settle, gets another touch, goes up for it. Love Sleepy just playing it off to the side. Slayer's going to try and tap this here. He does. Gets the boost, and he's going to go off the back wall. Look for Ducky here, I believe. And Ducky trying to get to it. Not quite able to get to it.
A little too low, yeah. That
Ooh,
flick is off, though.
Fatu getting a flick where, in the moment, it probably looks like it's going in, so you have to commit. And it's kind of just hitting off the crossbar and dropping down for Gray, who is in the right position to just slot it in. 3-2, 3 minutes and 10 seconds played. Shawnee up by 1 goal in game 2 here.
Greensboro keeping it much more competitive than the last game for certain. Big miss off the backboard for Slayer, but
Taco
great
Stash,
save.
just an absolute unit in goal. Ooh, Ducky going up for it, I think might have been intentional.
Ooh, beats two,
Just to
all
give
three
Taco,
actually.
Taco some space there. Fatu with a nice little shot forward, but nobody really there. So it's just going to drop in the middle. Great for President getting a nice touch. Does not follow it up. Love Sleepy almost sliding it far left there. Slayer getting a touch. I think he got bumped off the ball possibly.
Yeah, getting that like awkward jump off the wall where it eats your input
Momentum
there.
almost. Akasash turning for it. Is able to beat the second man here. Fatu kind of just taking his space. Ducky was already in the air. He saw that, and Fatu decided to take his space that he was given. Love Sleepy off the wall. Fatu up for it. Doesn't really get a good touch. Taco Stash able to just play it all the way forward, and Slayer's just has crazy hang time and is just able to just slot it in, redirect it. And almost a save for Gray for President there, but just gets that right slot.
And it's great to see that play going forward because Shawnee for about a minute and a half there looking really awkward, making a lot of awkward jumps, a lot of bad touches, a couple whiffs, but Slayer's gonna come forward and prove otherwise. A double?
Oh! And he gets the disgusting flip reset off the wall. Right here, you see him just go up.
He's probably angry. He wanted a lot more height on that, but
hey,
nonetheless,
man,
I can't do
to
that.
Get a pretty nice shot out where Fatu was caught kind of awkward. But almost 3.5 minutes played. 5-2 for Shawnee. Taco Stash with the demo coming out. Ducky's already in the air. Doesn't get the touch he wants, but Greensboro on the attack at the moment. Fatu just getting a touch, trying to go for the demo, forces him to jump up. Slayer with the ball, sees Gray going for it, gets bumped, is able to stay with it, and Ducky turning around, shooting it right into the man on defense there, but Slayer just backline, passing it straight to Taco Stash. Taco taking it one way, making them collide with each
Ooh,
other.
looking for a
And
nasty fake, but no one's
yeah,
there.
he was looking for that little bit of a dribble
Dimsy?
in, and Slayer
Ah.
just almost able to stuff it in. And Taco Stash with
Oh!
the exact same situation. And the crossbar is looking like Shawnee's best friend right now.
Crossbar fever there.
Fatu just looking for space here. Gets a nice little pop-up, a flip
Flip
reset, and
reset over.
also a touch off
Gets
the
the
back
bump
wall.
too, but
Ooh,
they don't
love
shut it
Sleepy.
down, and that's leaving the Shawnee net.
Sleepy almost getting a good shot there, but unfortunately, almost getting dunked on the other end here. Great for President just playing it forward. We see Slayer up here, just gets a touch forward. Sleepy looking for a clear almost. And I think Shawnee's going to take their time here. Taco getting a nice little touch, killing the momentum off, passing it forward to Ducky. Taco
Ooh.
Stash going ahead and getting the crazy demo after he hand delivers the ball to Ducky here.
Fantastic weight from Duck
And
here.
Ducky realized what he was doing and just gets the perfect play going. And that is pretty much going to seal up game 2 here. 6-2, 2 seconds left in game 2. Shawnee State looking pretty solid at the moment. Ball is kept alive here. Sleepy keeping it up. Fatu playing it forward. Does not hit the ceiling, which is the most ideal. But Slayer just getting a touch and saying, no, let's go to game 3 here.
They might want to go home, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you have classes all day and then at night you're playing competitively, you know, in a tournament, I would want to wrap it up and go home fast as well. But yeah, even after game 2, they look pretty happy, and we see Slayer just making a few jokes there. Spooky agreeing with him, it seems.
I swear, I want
There's
a
Ducky, he's losing it too.
and sitting in my seat. That's why he's playing so good today.
Okay.
You know, gave him
Doing
some
too
of my
much.
aura.
Doing too much. Doing too much. That's not how that works. But yeah, game 2 thoughts. At first, they, like you said, they were kind of looking a little awkward, but they really brought it back and scored like 3 more goals after that.
I believe it's a case of sometimes you feel a little bit awkward, and then you can handle that awkwardness or that uncomfortability for a minute, right? And that's a lot of sports, even like for distance, for example, which I ran. You sit there and you're uncomfortable for a very long time, but it's about how far can you push in that uncomfortability. And as we saw, Greensboro got uncomfortable as well, but they could not handle it quite as well as Shawnee.
True.
When that pressure starts to pile in, do they crack or do they become cracked, you know?
Hey, that's actually a pretty good line. Oh, Ducky goes for the kickoff.
Ooh,
And
high beat too and a goal.
Yeah. We'll probably see here. Ducky goes for the kickoff and immediately goes for the bump, sending him
Yeah.
flying.
Oh my goodness.
Taco Stash getting a touch over the second man, and then it just hits the ceiling and drops on his car. Already out the gates, 1-0 for Shawnee with 5 seconds played in game 3 here.
And if I'm Greensboro, especially on that last game with that goal that did not go in for them,
Yeah.
I gotta shake that off.
Oh,
Taco reading the bounce down.
Taco right
My
now
goodness.
is just getting blessed. You know, he's hitting it completely forward. The ball's dropping straight down, and obviously he's not getting lucky. He knows the ball's coming down. That's skill. So he's kind of using it, to his advantage. Just the blessings of the ball that are being given to them right now.
That is
Slayer going off of it. Ooh, trying to get a nice little air dribble going. Taco Stash takes a touch off the wall, but is gonna get demoed there, ending the attacking play of Shawnee here. Fatu with a pretty good air play here, but Slayer just playing it back to Taco here. The ball's gonna be off the backboard. Ducky's gonna try and follow it up. Hits the ceiling, comes down. Fatu gets it. Not the worst touch.
but does bait 2 Shawnee players out
To
of the
jump
net
up.
there.
Ooh, but yeah, Taco Stash just the brick wall that he is, able to just relieve. Ooh,
Awkward cut by Fatu and Slayer's up for it. Oh, another dunk and it goes in.
Slayer
Ugh.
here. They're synchronized right now, as we can see here. Like Ducky got that crazy pop out, and then Slayer gets
And
the
that
flip
flip.
reset just to stay up long enough to get that dunk. 3-0 with not even a minute played in game 3 here. This is match point at the moment.
2 marksman shots
Oh my
after
god.
one another, and
4-0 and not even a minute played so far. They're getting kind of unlucky, but at the same time, simple mistakes, you know?
those simple mistakes. Once again, as I say, an uphill battle, you got to be the perfect player
Mm.
in those situations. You got to be playing perfect, and you got to be playing smart.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Right now, we're just seeing Greensboro trying to make something happen on the offensive feet here, but um, Shawnee is kind of starving him of boost just a little bit, and also playing very fast to the ball here. Like we see there,
Oh, the empty jump
Ducky,
leave, yeah.
yeah, the empty jump, and Taco also kind of leaping. Probably made them think that Taco was going to go for it. Taco with a nice touch in the middle. Slayer getting a shot on goal. Great for President is able to save it, though. Taco is taking the ball, flips it over the first aggressor, who gets their back boost. But nothing really coming of it at the moment, even with the demos.
Good job for Fatu to actually stay in there, making Shawnee slightly more uncomfortable, not being able to just clear that away as comfortably.
Ooh,
And
getting
then,
the demo, almost scoring from under Ducky and Taco, but
but still, Greensboro will be shut out here.
yep, Taco getting a nice little clear. Slayer saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get you back," and he gets a nice little demo back, and then comes forward and almost scores a screamer. Taco Stash playing it off the wall, gets a soft touch into the middle. Ducky here is gonna turn, I believe. Gets a 50. He's gonna try and follow it. He just plays it down in the middle for
Not quite the
Taco.
pinch he expected, but
Taco getting the touch, almost double tapping that, taking their back boost and then staying with the ball, getting a nice little 50
pinch.
straight into Ducky there. As soon as the ball popped over the last defender, Ducky was like, "Okay, let's do this." And
Optimal play, by the way. Oh, never mind. I thought he pinched it into Taco. I
yeah,
was like, because he can get up for that faster,
mhm,
since he'll have the angle with Taco pinching into him.
true. He just probably didn't expect that to exactly happen, even though Taco does that a lot. He just kind of outplays or outspeeds the people they're playing.
A low shot, but no one from Greensboro in a comfortable enough position to actually.
Oh,
Ooh,
that little pop, like
that was a lot of power, actually.
yeah, because I
What
think
the-
he wave dashed into it. I could be wrong, but it looked like he like wave dashed into
What
it.
a save! What a
Oh, what a crazy event of plays. They got a nice shot. Then Taco right here playing it. What a crazy save. Love Sleepy in the right position, but unfortunately so is Slayer. Uh, 6-0 with 3 minutes played at the moment in match point game 3 here.
Shawnee just feeling much, much too comfortable. You can't even play chaos on them because they will strike again in your top left.
This team that we're playing, Greensboro, is a much better team than last week, but this is what we're talking about, where a team that's much better, Shawnee kind of expects them to play a certain type of way or like knows that they're going to be consistent to certain balls. So it's like this game has been less close than it was last time just because of the fact that this is what Shawnee's used to playing a
yeah.
lot more than last week.
When you play great players, you expect greatness.
Oh my God, Douglas here with the craziest little redirect into the goal after an amazing pass from Taco. Oh man, like that's just filthy. Can't really do much about that. He's already upside down when the ball is playing to the middle and he has his flip. But 8-0, this is the widest scoreline we've had in the series so far. But
Great for President up to Fatu. Fatu taking it to the wall. Gets a good double, though.
Gets a touch. Great for President, plays it in the middle. Love Sleepy trying to go up for it. Unfortunately, Taco just gets...
And a demo to clear the way.
Yeah, they get a crazy pop-up, and Taco just takes it all the way home. A minute 21 left in match point here, and this would be a very, very, very hard comeback for North Carolina.
It's impossible. It's impossible, brother.
It's not impossible.
They've got to turn into RLCS caliber players
That's
right
what
now.
I'm saying. It would be very, 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 very hard. Near impossible, but guess what?
The impossible can be possible. Oh, going for a high dunk. I do love the vision. Taco stash there. He'll get himself a low 50 and still pour it out to his team. And a
That's a
shot.
crazy shot. Bar down.
Bar down and in.
10-0, a minute left. I hear them clapping out there. They're pretty hyped with their performance. I think we're gonna have to bring Taco Stash in for the interview today. Hey,
I think
I
so.
think he's MVP, given the 3 games that have been played. I think
I've
Taco
seen
Stash
that
has taken that.
that flower goal explosion a little too much today.
That's what I'm saying. Like all the whole team is playing absolutely filthy, but Taco Stash has kind of just been a step above. He's just there, you know.
Favorite
Whether it
peasant.
be on defense, whether it be taking their back boost, he's there.
Slayer and big and strong here. Big fake by Duck, but he only gets the pop and gets beat by Gray. So go up to the wall, see what he can do.
30 seconds remaining here in Game 3, and they're still playing like it's a 1-1 game. You know.
And Duck barely just shooting off there, but
not letting go. There's another goal for Taco.
that's 6 goals. More than half of these goals are Taco himself. But amazing plays going forward by players like Duckworth and Slayer to make this happen.
Yeah, without them, the ball is not getting to where it was for Taco. They're all very much so playing off of each other, which comes with team chemistry. Like as we see here, Slayer's already off the back wall, looking for a crazy play. But with 13 seconds remaining in Game 3, I don't think they have much they're really worried about.
Greensboro
Taco's
perhaps
still
getting
going for it. Gets a
fully
steal.
shut out.
Said almost dunks it. That would have been filthy, but
There's up. I think Ducky will keep this up. Oh, to the backboard. No, giving. Hey, Fatu.
honestly, I completely get it. Douglas does this a lot, where he's a sellout sometimes. He'll clean sheet. No, we don't want it. But yeah, I believe that will be it for the second week of NACE, completely blowing out University of North Carolina Greensboro. But we will probably be taking a short break here and coming back with an interview for you.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Oh, get him, get him, wait, wait, wait.
All right, welcome back after our second week game against Greensboro, and we have the GOAT here, Taco Stash, just absolutely showing out that game. All 3 games, just there. The ball's in the air, and you're there. Ball's in the goal, you're there. We see the flower explosion.
Yep.
But what are your thoughts after this is your second week officially on the team with
That guy.
Ducky
Yeah,
and,
that guy.
and those guys? Yeah. But how are you feeling after the second week?
I'm feeling good. It's definitely easy, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, no, it's been good. The build up to it has been good. Like over the summer, we've kind of came together as a team, and it's
Mhm.
kind of like built up. And now that we're here and getting into the season, it's been a good experience, especially at a program that's actually established
Right.
compared to our last one.
Right.
So yeah, it's been nice, been good, getting better and better every day.
That's
So yeah.
always awesome to see, and especially like after the or over the summer, you guys had like tournaments and stuff. You
Mhm.
guys played. You guys played pretty well, and then the first few weeks, I feel like preseason and stuff, you guys were starting to like feel like some kind of disconnect almost at some point.
Yeah, it was hard because over the summer we had some issues like my internet and all that. So coming in, it was kind of like getting used to everything, like getting
The
used to like the
environment.
setups here, getting used to like how everything is goes on. So it was a little difficult to start off, but just getting back those hours up and being here together as a team and like
Hmm.
meshing,
Yeah,
it's really we've grown and it's gotten a lot better.
and you can clearly see that because it's like last week you guys were playing, and it's like you guys are playing a team much lower ranked,
Hmm.
obviously. But you come in this week, no messing around, 3-0, just
Hmm.
completely wiping the floor. Um, how are you feeling going into the season? Like, do you guys have like certain teams that you're like, okay, this game, like we're gonna have to bring it together, because of the past
Yeah,
experiences and
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, there's always good teams, the Akrons and
Hmm.
all that. Like I think in our group, I think Siena Heights is a pretty it's a good team that, but I think we'll have them under control. But like yeah, there's all the top teams, the Northwoods and all
Hmm.
that. Like in the different areas around here. We're
Just
ready.
happy to be
Yeah, well,
here
I'm
and
just happy to
playing.
be here. Yeah, because it's a good experience.
Yeah, it's the team
And
environment and
yeah,
everybody.
being in the lab instead of like at your dorm
Hmm.
or at home is a lot. It's worse. It
Hmm.
really is. But being able to be with those people, being around people that have the same mindset in the game, it's just a good feeling.
It's a mutual like benefit.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
you're getting
we're all
better,
here for one thing. We're all here to get better and be the best.
and
So
see in today's game,
um,
we're not too stressed. But when do you guys have your next NACE game? Do you guys know?
it's next Wednesday or Friday,
Do
I
you guys know the
think.
team or no?
Huh?
You know what team you guys are playing?
No, it's gonna probably be the same level of team we just played, kind of thing. I don't think we play Siena Heights until like later in the season,
Okay.
so it'll
Well,
probably be the same result,
yeah.
hopefully. So
Well, that's what we're hoping at least. At the
yeah,
end, bring the championship home. But um, the merch. Uh, Again, if you're a big Shawnee supporter and you want to support, goats like Taco here, and yeah, and the fellas, everybody, just we have merch in the store till September 20th. Just click on it or share it with people, and stay tuned for our NACE games for Overwatch and also League, I believe.
yeah,
Thank you very much
cool,
for
cool,
watching.
cool.